Hello everyone, I'm Talia Frenel.
And I'm Trey Halstone, and welcome to the World Cup wrap-up. The field of 32 has been cut in half. Favourites advanced, contenders emerged, and one legendary showdown may have marked the end of a World Cup era.
We have 3 feature matches to get to, but we begin our highlights with the number 1 ranked team in the tournament. The top-ranked United States continued its dominant march through the tournament with a 4-0 victory over Ecuador. Following, Balogun opened the scoring before Christian Pulisic added 2 goals, including a penalty, while Malik Tillman capped off another impressive American performance. Through 4 matches, the United States remains unbeaten and, remarkably, has yet to concede a single goal. Their toughest test yet now awaits against Belgium in the round of 16. Morocco continued its remarkable tournament run with a convincing 4-1 victory over the Netherlands. Ismail Saibari delivered a hat-trick performance, including 2 second-half goals that helped Morocco pull away after a competitive opening half. The Atlas Lions now advance with plenty of momentum. Spain overcame an early challenge from Austria before taking control in the second half. Lamine Yamal scored twice, while Nico Williams and Mikel Merino added goals as La Roja turned a 1-1 half-time deadlock into a comfortable 4-1 victory. Egypt's attack was firing on all cylinders in a dominant 5-1 win over Paraguay. Mohamed Salah scored twice while Omar Marmoush added a brace of his own as the Pharaohs overwhelmed Paraguay from the opening whistle. Argentina delivered one of the tournament's most dominant performances, crushing Saudi Arabia 6-1. Lionel Messi recorded a sensational hat-trick and earned game ball honors, while Lautaro Martinez added 2 goals as the reigning champions punched their ticket to the round of 16. This is where my heart is, as Messi is one of the legends playing in his final World Cup. They will take on Egypt in the round of 16. Before we get to today's featured matches, let's take a look at some of the biggest stars from the round of 32. For the top-ranked United States, Christian Pulisic continued his outstanding tournament with a brace against Ecuador as the Americans extended their scoreless defensive streak and advanced to the round of 16. Lionel Messi reminded the football world why he's still one of the game's greatest players, delivering a hat-trick and game ball performance as Argentina overwhelmed Saudi Arabia. Mohamed Salah helped power Egypt into the next round with 2 goals in a dominant victory over Paraguay, continuing his impressive World Cup campaign. And in Spain's convincing win over Austria, teenage sensation Lamine Yamal delivered 2 goals of his own, helping La Roja pull away in the second half. The stars showed up when their teams needed them most, but while some favourites cruised through the opening knockout round, other nations were pushed to the limit. Coming up next, we'll break down the matches that had fans on the edge of their seats, including a showdown between 2 legendary strikers that may have marked the end of a World Cup era.
Yes, Talia, thank you. Cristiano Ronaldo came into the tournament at 41 and publicly stated this would be his final World Cup. It was his 6th World Cup appearance, a record-setting achievement. Harry Kane, meanwhile, is England's all-time leading scorer and one of the defining players of his generation. Before a ball was kicked, the spotlight belonged to 2 icons of the modern game. Cristiano Ronaldo and Harry Kane entered what could be remembered as one of the final World Cup chapters of their legendary careers. But when the moment arrived, it was Portugal that seized control. Once the action got underway, Portugal wasted little time making their intentions known. Just 8 minutes into the match, Bruno Fernandes delivered one of the goals of the tournament, putting Portugal in front and sending an early statement to England. The pressure never let up. Fernandes found the back of the net a second time, and suddenly England found itself chasing the game against a Portuguese side full of confidence. Then came Cristiano Ronaldo. With the spotlight shining brightest, the Portuguese legend reminded everyone why he's one of the greatest goal scorers football has ever seen. Ronaldo struck twice, turning a competitive match into a commanding Portuguese performance. England continued to battle and eventually found a late goal through Harry Kane, but by that point the damage had already been done. England's World Cup journey comes to an end, and with it, potentially the final World Cup appearance of Harry Kane. One of the greatest players to ever wear the 3 Lions shirt, Kane once again found the net on football's biggest stage. If this was indeed his final World Cup, he leaves behind a legacy that will be remembered for generations. This one turned into one of the most entertaining matches of the round of 32. Erling Haaland got Norway on the board just 8 minutes in, but Colombia answered almost immediately through Suarez to level the match. Norway continued to push forward, and after a dangerous attack, Martin Odegaard capitalized on a rebound to restore the lead before Haaland struck again late in the first half to make it 3-1. Colombia refused to go away. Luis Diaz pulled one back early in the second half and gave the Colombians hope, but Haaland had the final answer, completing his hat-trick in the 59th minute with a game ball performance. Diaz added a second goal late to keep the pressure on, but Norway held firm down the stretch and survived a thriller, defeating Colombia 4-3 to advance. A hat-trick from Erling Haaland, a 2-goal effort from Luis Diaz, and 7 total goals made this one an instant classic. Norway will face the winner of Canada and Algeria in the round of 16. The numbers tell the story in this one. Norway survives a 7-goal thriller and advances with a 4-3 victory over Colombia. Erling Haaland delivered a game ball performance, scoring a hat-trick and proving once again why he's one of the most dangerous strikers in world football. Martin Odegaard added a goal of his own as Norway's attack kept Colombia under pressure all match long. On the other side, Colombia fought until the very end. Luis Diaz scored twice and Soure added another, but Norway's firepower proved just enough to hold off the comeback. 7 goals, multiple lead changes, and a hat-trick from Haaland make this one of the most entertaining matches of the round of 32 as Norway punches its ticket to the round of 16. If Norway and Colombia was a thriller, Belgium and Uruguay somehow found another level. Uruguay stunned Belgium almost immediately when Venus found the back of the net just 2 minutes into the match, putting the underdogs in front before many fans had even settled into their seats. Belgium responded quickly behind its biggest stars. Romelu Lukaku leveled the match in the 11th minute, and after a tense battle through the middle stages, Kevin De Bruyne gave Belgium the advantage in the second half off a brilliant setup from Lukaku. Just when it looked like Belgium was ready to close the door, Uruguay found life again. Federico Valverde delivered a late equalizer, sending this round of 32 showdown into extra time and setting up one of the most dramatic finishes of the tournament. With penalties looming, Belgium pushed forward one final time. The ball found its way into the net during extra time, and while it will go down as the winning goal, the cruel reality is that Uruguay's World Cup dream ended on a heartbreaking own goal. Belgium survives an absolute battle, advancing 3-2 after extra time, while Uruguay exits the tournament in devastating fashion. This was everything you could want from a World Cup knockout match. Uruguay shocked Belgium just 2 minutes into the game when Venus found the opener, immediately putting the pressure on one of the tournament favourites. Belgium answered quickly through Romelu Lukaku, who continued his outstanding tournament by levelling the match just 11 minutes in. The Red Devils settled into the game from there, and Kevin De Bruyne eventually gave Belgium the lead with a clinical finish after another excellent sequence involving Lukaku. But Uruguay refused to go away. With time running out and elimination staring them in the face, Federico Valverde delivered a dramatic equalizer to send the match into extra time and keep Uruguay's World Cup dream alive. Mexico continued its impressive tournament run with a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Scotland. R.I.P came out aggressive from the opening whistle and was rewarded early when Gallardo broke through to give Mexico the lead. The pressure never let up. Mexico continued to create chances, and Gutierrez doubled the advantage after capitalizing on a rebound, putting Scotland in a difficult position heading into the closing stages. To Scotland's credit, they never stopped fighting. Adams found the net in the 91st minute to cut the deficit in half and briefly give Scotland hope, but the goal came too late to change the outcome. Mexico survives the late scare, advances with a 2-1 win, and continues to look like one of the most dangerous teams remaining in the tournament.
Canada advanced comfortably behind a game ball performance from Jonathan David, who recorded a hat-trick in a 5-2 victory over Algeria. Ghana delivered the highest-scoring match of the round of 32, roughing off DR Congo 6-2 in an offensive showcase. And in perhaps the biggest upset of the knockout stage so far, Senegal erased an early deficit and scored 3 unanswered goals to eliminate Germany 3-2 and punch its ticket to the round of 16. Before we go, we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of South African footballer Jayden Adams. In a gesture of respect, EA Sports announced his removal from EA Sports FC'26 following the news. On behalf of everyone here at Dynamic Visionaries 3, we extend our thoughts and condolences to his family, friends, teammates, and supporters. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.